I'm Nana Kathleen, and I'm going to read some books to you today. First one is The Giving Tree. The next one is Take Heart, My Child. The next one is Love You Forever. And the next one is Corduroy. So I think I'm going to start now with Love You Forever. My mother held her new baby and slowly rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she held him, she sang, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." The baby grew, and he grew, and he grew, and he grew. He grew until he was 2 years old, and he ran all around the house. He pulled all the books out of the shelves, he pulled all the food out of the refrigerator, and he took his mother's watch and flushed it down the toilet. Uh-oh. Sometimes his mother would say, "This lad is driving me crazy." The little boy grew, and he grew, and he grew, and he grew. He grew until he was 9 years old, and he never wanted to come in for dinner. He never wanted to take a bath, and when Grandma visited, he always said bad words. Uh-oh. Sometimes his mother warned him and told him that she was going to sell him to a zoo. Whoa, that's big.
If you get sick in a word, I can help you.
But at nighttime, when he was asleep, his mother quietly opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of the bed. If he was really asleep, she picked up the 9-year-old and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." The boy grew, and he grew, and he grew, and he grew. He grew until he was a teenager. He had strange friends, and he wore strange clothes, and he listened to strange music. Sometimes his mother felt like she was in a zoo. But at nighttime, when the teenager was asleep, the mother opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of the bed. And he really was asleep. She would pick up the great big boy and rock him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, "I love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." The teenager grew, and he grew, and he grew. He grew until he was a grown-up man, and he left home and got a home across town. But sometimes on dark nights, the mother got into her car and drove across town. If all the lights in her son's house were out, she'd open his bedroom window, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of his bed. And that great big man was really asleep. She picked him up and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." Well, that mother, she got older, and she got older and older and older. And one day she called up her son and said, "You better come see me because I'm very old and sick." So her son came to see her. When he came in the door, she tried to sing a song, and she sang, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always." But she couldn't finish because she was too old and too sick. The son went to his mother and picked her up and rocked her back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And he sang to her this song, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my mommy you'll be." When the son came home that night, he stood for a long time at the top of the stairs. Then he went into the room where he was very new baby, where his baby daughter was sleeping. He picked her up in his arms and very slowly rocked her back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while he rocked her, he sang, "I love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living. My baby you'll be. My interview for Tegan. My name is Kathleen Mary Teresa Coyle Chadoff.
Okay.
I am Tegan's Nana.
Your first question is, when were you born?
I was born on December 8th, 1946, which means I'm 73 years old. I was born in Brooklyn, New York.
Okay. Number 2, where were you born?
I was born in Brooklyn, New York, in a hospital called Victory Memorial.
Who were your parents?
My parents were Thomas Edward Coyle and Virginia Lockwood Coyle.
Number 3 is, explain your childhood.
I was very lucky. I had a very, very nice childhood. I had grandma and grandpas on both sides. I had my grandma and grandpa Coyle and my grandma and grandpa Lockwood. I was an only child and an only grandchild. So I guess you could say I might have been spoiled. But I was never fresh, and I was always grateful for everything that I had. And I was very lucky.
Number 5, what do you remember about your childhood home?
It was a 2-story house, and my grandma and grandpa lived downstairs, and we lived upstairs until I was 12, and then we moved from there. We moved further out on Long Island to Plainview, and the house was big, and it was comfy, and it was just very nice.
Number 6, where did you go to school?
My first school was St. Paschal Baylon, and I went there from kindergarten all the way up through 8th grade. And then I went to the Academy of St. Joseph in Brentwood. It was both a sleepaway school, and it was also a day school. I was one of the day students.
Okay, number 7. When did you... What did I say? Can you help me? It's number 7 says, when did you... I don't know what the heck.
When did you know you wanted to be a
Nurse.
Okay. I knew I wanted to be a nurse when I was 3 years old.
3 years old?
Yeah, there's pictures of me under the tree, standing in front of the Christmas tree, and I have a little nurse's uniform on and a cap, and I'm holding a baby, and I was 3 years old. I've always wanted to be a nurse. Knew I couldn't be anything else but a nurse.
Okay, number 8. Why did you become a nurse?
I became a nurse because I really wanted to help people. It was very important to me. I wanted to make people comfortable, and I wanted to make sure that they were taken care of well while they were in the hospital.
Okay. How did you meet... What does that say? I think it says, how did you meet Pop-Pop?
I met Pop-Pop. I was standing out on my front lawn, and by then I was living in Setauket, Long Island. And I was standing out on the front lawn, and he came over and asked me who did my lawn.
Okay, so, and the next question says, how did you know you loved him?
Oh, because he was very kind. I had a Girl Scout troop at the time, and he always used to help me with all of the Girl Scout stuff. I didn't have a child or anything to be in Girl Scouts, but I had been a Girl Scout myself, and I thought it was really important to have an area where kids could play and learn how to camp and learn all kinds of things. So I was a Girl Scout leader, and I really liked it, and he helped me a lot with the things that I needed for the troop. And he was always kind, and I just fell in love with him.
Okay, so number 11 says, what does that say? I don't know what they say.
Religious or spiritual? Is that what it says?
I think so.
Okay. All right. I consider myself very spiritual. I was raised Catholic, and I still think that it's very important to practice the golden rule, which is do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Okay.
And I think that that's a really, really important rule.
Okay, that was Okay, number 12. Where did you spend your summer?
Well, I spent my summers every single year out in Blue Point, Long Island. My grandma and grandpa had a house there, and it was right on the water, and I would spend all my summer days there.